the internet, people of the earth, people who are watching this video. Hello, hi, welcome. Hi. So about, how many hours was it? 9 hours ago, a girl asked me, can you make an in-depth video on how to do the bright under eye look? And I said yes. I'll do it today. The epidemic of the bright under eye and why some of you look crazy. A lot of people want bright under eyes. A lot of people have dark circles. A lot of people don't know what to do. A lot of people just hope that one day they can actually have the bright under eye and achieve the bright under eye without looking crazy. Some people are going on the internet with bright under eye tutorials and they're looking crazy in their tutorials, but all of the comments are saying thank you for this, but they've just played you. They've just plagued you and they've just played you. Don't worry. I'm gonna make you look human, but with a bright under eye. I hope this tutorial helps at least one person to go from nay to yay. Start off, yeah, I kind of messed it up on this side, don't watch it. But what you want to do, you want to get your foundation set. I don't have concealer under my eyes yet, but there is some foundation there. When you want to go dark on your under eye, you want your foundation to be just slightly darker than your actual skin. When your foundation is slightly darker than your actual skin, then it helps you avoid going too light, because that can happen. It also helps because if you don't have a really super light concealer, bringing it a shade down will kind of already add contrast, especially if you're not going for a super bright look. But in this tutorial, we're going for a bright look and how to do it properly. So I've got my foundation and I've kind of like darkened it. This would be my normal concealer shade. It's very important that your layers are thin, because you don't want to build up product underneath your eye and put so much layers that it starts creasing even before like you've left your house. I put this down because if I go for the super light, just jump into that, it's not gonna look cohesive. It's even my eyes are still gonna look dark underneath because it's not being built up. I want the bright shades to be dispersed, like so that all of the concentration is not really underneath my eyes, but we still want that kind of dramatic look. So what I'm gonna do is a light concealer underneath my eyebrows just to give it some dramatique. Now I'm not gonna blend it out just yet. I'm just gonna leave it there so that it can get a bit difficult to blend out, because if I was to blend it right now as it's wet, it will go like further to here, but I want it to stay in the area that it is. So I'm just gonna wait for it to dry out a bit. If you don't really have time to wait for it to dry out, you could just simply use less product. But while I'm waiting for my under eye to dry, I'm just gonna blend out the outside edges. I do this because let's say I accidentally leave it on for too long, it's gonna be really hard to blend out the edge of it. So if the end of it is blended, then it would be more helpful for if I accidentally leave it on for too long. And you see how you can't see my dark circles underneath, you can't see them. If I went straight to like something like this color, it's over. The next thing I want to do, I want to go to a shade up. This is not really a shade up, it's more like 2-3 shades up, just a slightly lighter color. We're gonna place it but more in the center, because that's where we want it to. Okay, it's not completely blended out, but this is fine for now. When we go with this, we just blend this. The main thing about having a bright concealer is that you need to blend. Like, you need to blend. It needs to be gradual. You can't just show out in white concealer and think it's gonna be okay. No, because it's going to look so, it's not gonna look meshed together. The main reason when I see a bright concealer and it does not look good, it's because it's not blended. That's literally it. When you look at your face in different angles, you can tell. Like, don't just keep your head like this and blend. Blend like this. Blend like you got a bubble head. We're not 2D. We're not even 3D. We 5D. I can't say just use a brush because when I want to apply my powder, I always do it with a beauty blender, so I don't know how. Well, sometimes I do it with a brush, but I haven't like just done it solely with the just a brush, so I can't really vouch for that, but I can vouch for this. Clean it, wash it with soap, right? Wash it, make sure you swash, get the soap, squeeze it until there's no more soap coming out of it. Go get your towel and squeeze it, not until it's like dry, but until no more water comes out of it when you squeeze it. It should be dry but like fluffy and like kind of damp kind of thing. Like if you put it on your skin, it will just make your skin feel a bit cold. I'm gonna just go over what I did. We've prepped it, so at this point we should be very confident right now that what we have is a great base. What we have is basically a finished makeup look if you want to set it, but the girl asked for what she asked for. She asked for a bright under eye look, so that's what I'm gonna give her. What we're gonna do is we're gonna tap, not drag. We don't need to drag. But this is also where people go wrong. They put too much. It's better to have too little that you top up with a tiny bit more than to have so much. You do not need to place it everywhere. It depends on your concealer, because there are some concealers where as soon as you put it on, you need to start blending it really quickly. But with this, like, I feel like I have to wait. If you put it on and blend it out, you need to wait a bit. You need to. At this point, you should be very proud of yourself because look at what you've done. We're already basically finished. Like, we're already basically done. Like, you should be proud. Now we blend. When you blend, you do not want to drag. Please don't drag, because you might actually start separating your concealer. Bounce even. A light bounce. When I'm finished the makeup, I'm gonna show you it from like a direct light, because right now there's some shadows, there's some dimension going on, but I want you guys to see it from like how I'm seeing it, because then you could also see my contour properly. Right now it doesn't look like I have any contour, but that's a good thing. It's a good thing, because that means it's not harsh. That is the bright under eye look. Psych! Did you think we'd stop there? Did you really think that we'd stop at this shade? No, we are going for the brightest shade that I own. Yes, I'm gonna show you how to make it look good. I'm gonna bring this out. It's gonna be scary. I know it's gonna be scary. Bring it out without spilling everywhere. Oh, okay, and it did spill everywhere. That's the shade. That's the real life shade. Okay, we're sitting in front of the window, right? We've been sitting in front of the window since this video started. We've been doing our whole makeup in front of the window since this video started, right? Right? Yes. This video is mainly for people who are scared of doing a bright under eye. I'm gonna show you. I'm literally gonna show you. Oh gosh, this is spilling everywhere. Also, when you're picking out your bright concealer white people shade, you don't want to go for anything yellow. It just doesn't match. Obviously, I know I can't be making blanket statements for everyone's skin tone because everyone's skin tone is different, blah blah blah. A really neutral shade will still work. Like, I've never seen like a yellow shaded concealer, bright concealer, look nice. I ain't never seen it yet. The main key of a bright under eye is that it stays in one place. No further than this. Even if you can even, let me do it again on this side. Even if you can do a tiny line like this, hold on. This is sufficient as well. This is literally sufficient as well, because once it goes further than this, it's not really a bright under eye anymore. It's just a bright face. Like, and And it looks crazy. It looks crazy. I know. But we haven't blended it out yet, so stop judging people. But even though we've kept it very high, it's still going, as we blend, it's still going to mesh with what we have underneath. It's not gonna look like a mask, I promise you. So I'm also gonna bring it in here to like make my contour make a bit more sense. But okay, I'm gonna flip it because I don't want to put any extra product on this side. I've literally just blended it to the bare minimum. You don't want to blend to the bare minimum because this is not blended. This does not count as blended. Do not leave the house like that. Do not set anything until it's properly blended. So we're gonna continue. And like I said in the other video, I don't care if your hand hurts. I don't care if you're getting cramps. I don't even care if your bones are creaking. You need to blend because you signed up for this lifestyle. Are we dumb? Are we dumb? Are you dumb? Are we singing? No, we haven't even finished blending. We haven't even finished blending. Okay, let's just. But when I look up, you can't see anything. Cool. If you want to look at yourself from all angles, I'm gonna move back so that you can actually see. We eating at the best restaurant in DC. Let's just continue. And as I don't bake. I do not bake. I just push it in until it disappears. This can go left really quickly. Like if I use this, because this is not translucent, it will literally change the color of my concealer. So I've set this side, but I haven't set this side. That's what translucent powder does. It doesn't change the color. It doesn't make it white. It doesn't make it brighter. It doesn't make it anything more or less. Push it in until it disappears. You can put a bit too much, but then this kind of like has a white cast. But when we spray our spray, it's literally gonna disappear. Double. That's the most important part. Just set the rest of your face. Yeah, so I'm just basically gonna do the rest of my face and then I'll come back. So there you go. I'm done. Makeup is finished. This is the finished look. It's giving, ooh, it's giving gothic. It's giving, I don't know, looks like. Let me go straight directly so you guys can see. Is this zoomed in? Okay. So you guys can see, well, it's not sunny outside, but when I look into the daylight, when the daylight is hitting me, this is how it's looking, okay? Let's zoom in for the people at the back. Put down the exposure a bit. And yes, are we seeing what we've done? Are we seeing what we've done? So say hello to Winfred. Winfred, say hello. He's supposed to be sleeping. Like this is his bedtime. he nocturnal, yeah, but he came out. I don't think I disturbed him. Little Winfred, little baby. My little baby, his paws. You taking up all my screen time. You really are. You really are. We're in the dark. We're in a club, but it's pumping. Okay, we're not in a club. Relax. We're in a dark place. It's pumping. The lights are going. The lights going. As your friend wants to record you. Your friend wants to record you with flash. With flash. You don't move. You don't move. You don't cover your face, okay? Because guess what? We already know. We already know that we look good. Okay? No. Am I a magician? What the heck? Okay, let's off guard. Oh, it's off guard. It's off guard. Please, cause this can't be me. It is me. It is. Okay, obviously it's floating on top of my head. It's looking at me, I'm but relax. We never came here for a hair tutorial. We actually came here for makeup. So shut it.